5 years ago, I came to my friends with a proposition. I wanted to make a movie, and let's just say that their feelings about the idea were a little bit mixed, to say the least.
Me and Jeremy are best friends, and since he's my best friend, I sort of got forced into it.
So it wasn't really your choice?
No.
We did it anyway. It was a story of 4 friends who find out that their other friend accidentally drowned. But after they get together and talk about it, they soon start to figure out that they don't think he was drowned at all, but instead murdered. To sum up the entirety of the filming process, it was 2 months of pure hell, as the bitter cold winds of November and October were terrible that year. Nonetheless, we got it done, and on December 7th, 2018, Detained was released to the public. It swept across my high school and quickly established a cult following, and my idea to end it with a cliffhanger was quite unwise, as now years later people are still asking me to film a sequel of arguably the worst film I've ever made. But I guess you have to start somewhere, right? And with that, Joker Studios was officially born with the release of Detained. Fast forward a year later, and many failed attempts to make another movie. I'm now out of high school, and my dear friends Tyler Beckwith and Brent McNeil stepped forward to take part in our next production. Caden Brooks comes back from Detained and stars in this film, Resentment, directed by Tyler Beckwith, and it follows the story of a young man struggling with drugs as he has nowhere to turn in life. He becomes quickly jealous of his ex-girlfriend's new man and decides to take matters into his own hands. Now during this time, a peer from high school, who is much more well off, tries to help him through all of his problems, but does end up failing. Resentment didn't do well necessarily, although at the time we didn't think it was really bad work from us. Now in hindsight, we're not the proudest of it. We got a lot of things wrong. For example, someone doesn't take a bump of crack and then go to sleep. That's actually quite the opposite. It tells you we don't do drugs. This next film is a popular one with our audience, and it only took a whopping 3 days to film the entire thing, which is quite impressive. Poker Night pleased the masses and did fairly well with critics on Letterboxd. It follows the story of a group of friends playing poker after a homecoming dance, and it's soon discovered that the character Nick's girlfriend is found murdered. And the only thing they found was a thread from a green tie. The entire group went to the homecoming dance that night, all wearing green ties. So it turns into this very adrenaline-rushed whodunit film. They're all trying to figure out who did it. The fun part about this movie is that it all happened in one room. There's not one other setting other than this room, and the lighting in it is also very cool. Not to mention all of that, but Brent McNeil did a fantastic performance playing his part. Less than a month later, one of our favorites was released. Tyler Beckwith came back to direct another film, Alone. It didn't get the attention that we wanted. However, this film did mean a lot to us, and it touched us in a lot of ways. Me and Tyler talk about it all the time, how much we just love that film, and we think that it's like such a masterpiece. It follows the story of a man in the woods who is just trying to escape the city life, and he wants to be alone. Very touching film. Really, really like it. I think you should absolutely watch it. It's a good one. And it's probably going to be the last time you see me in front of a camera acting. Maybe. Another year went by with many productions falling through because of an array of different problems.
So I shoot up and I'm good now?
No, hang on.
Should just this guy.
Just fire it right now.
Okay, lay back down. Okay, we're good.
So, I'm good now.
Move a little bit this way. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Move back just a little bit more.
However, that did not stop us as the 2021 100-hour film race was coming up. And we wanted to make something really special for that, and we wanted to take it home. But we didn't even place. AV1 was created for this contest, and we must say we think that is our best work thus far. It's quite the mind-bending film. It's the chef's kiss. We love it. We think it's amazing. After hearing the news of this, I was in a really bad spot for a while. I decided to walk away from filmmaking, and I said that I would never do it again, just because I really thought that was going to be like our big break, or whatever you want to call it. I thought we'd get a lot of exposure. During this whole time I'm taking like my hiatus, Tyler Beckwith is pressing me on the issue that we make another film. So after all of these months, it was probably 6 months, I reluctantly agreed to make a film for the 24-hour film race of 2022. Dear Lewis was created for this, and we're not really that proud of it. We still think AV1 takes the cake. We placed top 10 internationally with Dear Lewis. They decided to accept it, and that meant we were on our way to Atlanta for the 2022 Cobb International Film Festival. But we came up short on everything.
And the winner of the 24-hour film race 2022 goes to, any guesses? The Douglas Advocate.
My name is Jeremy Byers, and me, along with Tyler Beckwith, directed Dear Lewis for the 24-hour film race. All I really have to say is 24 hours is not a lot of time to make a film. So, very stressful, but very happy to be at least picked for top 10.
Hug me, idiot.
The trip was still very fun, though. I got compared multiple times to the 2003 and 2009 Sexiest Man Alive, Mr. Johnny Depp. So that was a very big ego booster for the trip. I believe I counted 10 times that happened.
Jeremy, what did she say to you in there? You didn't tell us.
All right, so walk up there and pay for my food, and she's like, "Has anyone ever told you that you look like Johnny Depp?" And I leaned over and I'm like, "Yeah, I like to think so, but if you tell those guys over there, they're gonna get pissed."
She didn't say that.
Yeah, she did.
No
Go in there and ask her.
No way.
Go in there and ask her.
I don't think you look anything like Johnny Depp.
Oh, you got two buttons unbuttoned now? Did you just do that?
No,
Yeah, as soon
no, that is not
As
true.
soon as she said that he looked like Johnny Depp, he's like,
I always do this. I always do this.
I saw that earlier.
Thank
I'll
you.
vouch for you.
And during all this time, for the past 5 years, Joker Studios has still been providing our video production services, including weddings, business promotions, and whatever else you can possibly think of. We're very proud of the work we've done over these past 5 years. That's half a decade. That's insane to me that it's been that long. I feel like an old man, even though I'm only 20. We couldn't be happier with the people that are surrounding us, supporting us. All of you individually mean a lot to us, and we love seeing the feedback on our films, on our work. We love when you guys share our posts. We love it all. So we can't appreciate that enough. Other than that, that's really the last 5 years of this company in a big nutshell. And by the time this is out, the 100-hour film race for 2022 will already be over, and we entered into that as well. So hopefully we did well on that, and I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and take care, all of you.